Hello, everyone. Welcome to Entropy Emporium. I am Entropy. This is my Emporium. You are watching Weirdwilds War. We are on episode 11 of the first arc of the show. Before we go around and give the cast a chance to introduce themselves and their characters, I'm going to do a couple of small administrative things. The first thing first is that we are, as always, raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. There's a lot of shit in the world right now. We're doing what we can to make it a better place, including bringing entertainment and well as fundraising for some stuff that needs fundraising for, and we'll always be doing that. None of us are free until we're all free. That charity drive is going to be active forever, or for the foreseeable future until something changes. In the meantime, please feel free to give if you can. The second, less pressing matter is that if you like what we do and you like what you see, we have a lovely little gremlin habitat called our Discord server, where we have a lot of really fun and feral and nerdy people hanging out and talking about, I think today the topic of conversation was Yellow Jackets, that show that I have not seen or heard of. I think it's about cannibals. Okay, I see B is nodding along that I am
Yes,
correct about
and
that
so
one.
much more.
It's so much more.
But
So
also,
much
yes.
more. Well, I can't help but imagine that not having any context, I am missing a lot of the nuance that goes into cannibalism.
Who are we talking about? Yellow Jackets?
Well, because there
Or
was a
doing Yellow
lot.
Jackets one
There was a
shot?
lot of Discord conversation. Maybe. I guess. Stay tuned.
Question mark.
Question mark. I need to watch it before I agree to that. But we have a storytelling channel where we talk about stuff like TV, and that was the big thing that was blowing up my phone today. So that's the sort of thing you can expect to find. We also have a place to look at pet photos and a place to look at photos of each other when we're feeling particularly proud of ourselves. So come by, say hello, hang out. Now, without further ado, I'm going to give my cast a chance to go around, introduce themselves and who they are playing. We are, as always, going to be starting with Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kay, she, they pronouns. You can find me in chat at Chaotic Wholesome. And I'm going to be playing Brandon, pronouns he, him. And Brandon is a Tiefwerk Drake Warden Ranger, and he's really having a great place at the school. He loves conformity and violent sports. These are all of the things that are great.
Thank you so much, Kay. That is going to bring us over to Mika.
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. Today, for your viewing pleasure, I am playing Lemon Sour, who is definitely not a Warforged being snuck into this school. Nope, just a Fearbolg who's really good at sports.
Wearing the best school uniform. I think you're the only one who's chosen, like, I think the skirt.
Yeah.
The button up top.
Yeah, currently Lemon Sour looks like a Yankee Fearbolg with the Yankee, the Japanese high school girl punk.
Oh,
punk's the
okay.
wrong word.
That needed-
Delinquent.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm pretty sure that's what they called, like, in the 80s, 90s, the delinquent Japanese schoolgirls with the long ass skirt, and they've got the mask on so they don't get sick because they're conscious about health and carrying a baseball bat to beat people up with.
In this case,
So,
a basketball bat.
Yeah, a batter ball bat. Yeah. The end. That went on longer than I meant it to go on for.
It's okay.
Thank you, the Lurking Writer,
yeah,
for
that
all
gives
of
me a
those
chance
gift
to
subs.
Thank you so much, Lurking Writer. That is so kind and wonderful. I'm seeing banners on the chat that I've never seen before, so that's fun. But we are going to go down from Mika and around to Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina. I am playing Virina Sparn, a Ladrin fighter who cannot cast any spells, so is doing real well here at this magic school.
One.
Totally fine.
You're
One.
blending in, like.
They
You've
don't
got
know.
one. You can speak to Quark.
That's true. My one
do
spell.
you do have a horse in a mirror that you can talk to.
And that's a threat.
And that is going to, of course, leave us with last but not least, B.
Hello, be Zelda, they, them pronouns, and I'm joining all of y'all playing Fern, the Harangon Artificer. Fern is a student here and like loves it, absolutely loves it here. The studying, the education, the tough professors. You just kind of got to keep your eyes down into your books. Don't ever look up. Just don't. It's not worth it, and you'll do great.
Absolutely delightful. And of course, as always, I am JT, and I play everyone and everything else. And as some of our players mentioned, the last time we saw our beloved group, they were invited to and attending the final skirmish of the previous year's Batterball season. A very, very violent and deadly sport hosted in the school of Caldera Brass, the only wizard school in Nexafel. It was in this Batterball game where our good friend Lemon Sour, or in this case, Joshua Lemon Tree, became a sudden and violent participant in this sport and took home the crown of the Batterball skirmish and was granted a wish by a mysterious captured entity who was then relinquished of duty and passed the wish on to Lemon. Lemon wished, of course, to be more helpful to their friends. A wish whose consequences we will be seeing, I think, for a long time. That brings us now back into the stony, damp hallways, stony, damp, windowless hallways of this fine educational establishment just after the Batterball game, giving you guys a moment to recoup before heading to probably to bed, I would imagine, after all that. People are
Has
filtering
Lemon
out.
come down from the adrenaline yet?
Lemon, have you let go of the Batterball bat?
No.
You have not.
No, still holding on to it for some reason. We know it's cursed, right? I mean, above table, we know it's cursed.
Above
Yes.
table, yeah. I don't think we know under table in the game.
Under table.
Under table.
So yeah, I think he's still holding on to it. They haven't really thought about
You guys,
letting go. I guess hasn't been top of their mind.
you
So
guys-
still, they're coming down from the adrenaline.
You guys see this bat? It is a paddle-like shape. It has glowing golden runes on it, and it has this almost artificially divine aura about it in Lemon's hand. Their grip on it is very, very stern. I think even almost to the subconscious notice of Lemon, this is a weapon more than anything.
So, that was
That was impressive, right?
It was awe-some, like I was in awe the whole time. Well, most of the time, the entire ending part, complete awe. The first part, shock, and then awe. Wow.
Yeah.
Fern gets about that much out before Lemon is like tackled by Brandon, just like hugging, just like that was
Brandon,
like
did you see me?
that was like so scary because you couldn't fly, and like if you fell off the thing, and I just didn't know what. So they were like casting magic at you, like bad magic.
That ball
I
was
mean-
500 pounds.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy.
There's
I'm,
just so
I'm
many
very proud of
details.
myself right now.
Wild.
I've been built well. And then looking around, I mean, I've built myself up well with exercise. Captain, what do you think, Captain?
I think we might have a problem, is what I think.
Uh-oh.
Why?
So, Professor, what was that professor you were talking to earlier? Fern, Professor like Tetch or something? I think I don't think the ruse is working on them anymore.
What? And like they look left and right because just eyes everywhere. What? What? You don't. What part specifically? Because we've got a couple layers of just stuff.
Brandon just puts his hands over
The
Rald's
lemon part.
wings. Oh.
Can I see any eyes around us?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perception. That is a 19 on the dice plus 3 for a 22.
22. There are a number of eyes in this hallway.
All right, are they looking at us?
Absolutely.
I guess it doesn't matter if they're looking.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, they're open, not closed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lemon tries to subtly. Oh, who cares? They know. I'm sure they know. I can.
I still
Eyes.
have a reputation here, and like if it's Professor Tetch, like I'm pretty sure like I'm on the good side, and we can handle this.
As you say that we can handle this, there is a shout behind the crowd at you. For a moment, you look through the crowd to see, sort of looking above and over the shoulders of the various students, Professor Amari Tetch, the head of your department, waving you down at the, waving specifically at the four of you, seems to be acknowledging all of you at the moment.
Oh.
Play it. We're cool. We're all cool. Yes, Professor.
He forces his way through the crowd, breaks free, looks at you, Fern, looks at Lemon specifically, clasps a hand, I think, on you, Brandon, for just a moment. I'm so glad I caught up with the four of you. That was one hell of a batterball game, if I might say. Do you have a moment to speak regarding your final project?
Oh, yeah. We did say that, like, totally.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, we just, like, won, so, like, we're supposed to go out and, like, celebrate, so I don't think now's, like, a great time.
I think by way of celebrating would be the perfect time for to announce that they are submitting their final project for the graduation. I mean, what's more celebratory after a skirmish like that?
I was gonna say, like, sodas and hot dogs. Or
Delicious.
whatever this version of that is. Like, fried turkey legs are also not accurate, so I'm flailing here for a moment.
I feel like here it's just like warm beer and like room temperature mac and cheese.
Yeah, like hand pies. Hand pies.
Ooh, hand
yeah.
pies. Yeah. Oh, that sounds
I
good.
have a living spell in my quarters making me dinner this very moment. I don't know
Wow.
what exactly you mean by soda, but there will be sugary drink there. Would you care to join me in a place where you may not feel so pressured by your fellow student? All four
Are
of you,
you-
of course.
No.
You're inviting all of us. That's
Oh, yes, of course. I would never invite a lone student to my quarters. That would be suspect.
Uh-huh.
That's the only. Yeah.
Sure. I need to. I should probably return this paddle first.
Oh, you don't earn that? Oh no, that probably belongs
Well,
to the Department of
the student
Battle.
whose battle it was is gone now. So if you don't, you're welcome to keep it. Let's just say officially.
Can I? So I feel like surely at this point I must notice that something is up with this.
Yeah, can
But
Brandon like
can-
look
can-
at this battle? Like already
What?
suspect of all of this.
Would it, in Lemon's rage, would it occur to Lemon that it is abnormal for your hackles to be up this long?
Oh, that's right. It keeps me in perma rage. Yes, I think it would.
Okay.
Especially because, like, as disguise, like he,
You're still steaming.
yeah, he's still steaming.
I think occasionally Fern just kind of like just fans the air, but like in Lemon's direction, like, whoo, it's hot in here. Oh,
This is-
weird.
Because Lemon's currently a fearbulk. I just see it like little snorts coming out of the nose.
Yeah, just
Yeah, we might like fog up your place.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check if you'd like to, Lemon. Brandon, if you have any tricks to make this easier, you're welcome to use them, but it would be the same roll.
Arcana like isn't really my thing.
I got a 17.
Nice.
17 is good.
Let me make sure rage didn't.
I don't think it gives you disadvantage on specifically any ability checks, if I recall.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh, okay. Here we go. Acrobatics, intimidation. Okay, cool. No, because I know with primal knowledge, I can replace certain rolls with my strength modifier instead,
Mhm.
which is pretty friggin' sweet.
It's incredible. 17 is pretty good. What exactly are you attempting to discern here? Because without, I think first thing you would know, without an identify spell, it is impossible, I think, for you to figure out, unless you have a background in an education in the particular magics that went into this.
Mhm.
It is nigh impossible for you to discern what the specific properties of this are, but you could get like a general sense. So if you have any questions, I can answer them with vagaries that would
Okay.
best approximate your knowledge on this as an arcane being.
I guess just mostly can they sense anything wrong with it? I guess like if there's a connection between the fact that they are still raging with the paddle.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to decide if Lemon. Well, Lemon's a foot soldier. Lemon needs to know basic anatomy to understand soldier fight or flight reflex and combat. So I do think that you would know that in order to play a game like Batterball, most organic beings would need their adrenaline response to be permanently and constantly active during the game to pull off the kinds of feats that they were accomplishing as squishy wizards.
That just sounds so brutal
It is.
to the body. Okay, I guess don't know what to do with that. I guess there's nothing that they can really say right now in front of the teacher, so Joshua Lemontree just nods and looks at the paddle and sticks it at their side.
You sheathe the new weapon.
Weird.
I don't want to impose, but again, graduation is a very important step in your life as a member of the Imperium.
Correct.
To prolong it at this point would be in poor taste.
Poor taste, yeah. Almost like treason, you know?
I really must insist that the four of you have dinner with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And like they pat their chest, and like she pulls out the notebook. I guess I do have my journal with me. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Okay. I'm totally normal. Ready. Sure. Okay. Ready. So ready.
Excellent. Meet me in my quarters in about 30 minutes.
Okay. Yes, Professor.
Do any of you have any allergies, any dietary restrictions?
Raisins.
Raisins, sure. I don't think we actually can get those, so that's good.
I don't eat meat.
No meat, perfect. I can accommodate that more actively than no raisins.
I thought you were gonna stop at I don't eat.
Just don't. No.
Kate, you're muted.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, there were sirens, and I forgot. Brandon opens his mouth to say something and then, like, stops.
No other allergies?
Little wings are just unhappy.
Restrictions? Anything? I don't want to serve something you can't eat.
No. Nope.
All right. Excellent.
I think
30
that should
minutes.
cover it. Thank you.
Thank you, and absolutely incredible display. In case I had not already said that, that was one of the most exhilarating battle ball games I've seen in years.
Wow.
Thank you.
And he
Brand new.
he nods to you, Fern, and then he wheels around and strides off to the stairwell.
Fern.
Okay, let's just need to like go sit down in my bed just for a
Let's
second.
go to the room.
Yeah.
I have some words to share.
I have questions to ask.
Yeah, it's easy. Once you guys enter the stairwell, the crowd sort of disappears. Students enter behind you and students enter ahead of you, but when you get to the stairs, they're gone. And when you enter the stairs, the people behind you are gone. You speak the floor that you desire to go to, and you head to the dorm.
As we get in, Lemon will hold up the battle ball bat. Fern, I'm still in rage mode, as you can tell from the smoke. I think it has something to do with this bat.
The paddle?
The paddle.
Should I can look at it. I wasn't sure if it was you or if it was like I don't know anything about sports. I don't always know if there's like sport consequences.
That's
Maybe.
not like normal for sports, but that's also not like a normal sport.
If Fern, since you're able to create magic items, if the steaming doesn't stop, can you make a what's the name of the item? The it's not ever smoking, but there's
The ever smoking bag, like
Bottle.
Yeah, bottle.
yeah,
yes.
no, not the bottle. Although that would be kind of funny to like as some weird power move, like always have that going around you. No,
I mean,
there's
I have one of those, or I can cast that spell.
it's it just lets you create anything you want from the smoke, I guess. I'll look up the item.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
is there some sort of smoking item you can give me?
Oh, it's like a.
Not off the top of my head, but I can identify the paddle.
Okay.
I don't need my
Here you
second
go.
level spell slot.
No, you can do it as a ritual now.
Can I? Oh,
Oh,
it
do
has
we
an
have
R
time
next
for
to it.
ritual?
Ritual. Thank you for doing it. So we're just chilling for.
You
a
got
bit
half
of
an
time,
hour.
which is perfect.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me what this sort of what a ritual casting of identify looks like for Fern.
They pluck a feather from the room on the floor. I'm sure there's just a bunch. And a pearl. I think they have to kind of go like digging at a couple of boxes, just look for like a really shiny rock. And then holding the two in one hand, they cast some constellations around the paddle, not touching the paddle at all, just kind of hovering over top of it. And there's a moment where their hand that, like, before casting the constellation, she like reaches into one of the many pockets, and I think I have an arcane orb still. It's feeling warm in my pocket. Like it's just like like I know Fern knows it's there. And in this moment, it's just very, very conscious because it's a representation of if Fern doesn't graduate, then that arcane object becomes their main focus. But if she does graduate, then like that can't be the thing. But like, oh, yep, okay. So 10 minutes of a ritual.
You do, and I'll go into the constellations more for sake of I just really like it. They look like stars. They look like Fern is drawing a sigil in the air. Brandon, I think you specifically would note, constellations are recognizable stars in these sigils, and they are incredibly complex on-the-fly calculations by Fern to put these stars in the right place. And this spell goes off, and the paddle sort of takes in and absorbs the magic. Fern, you are enlightened to the magical item, the Batterball Bat. That's its title. It is a great club. It does a d12 of damage. It can be wielded with one or two hands. This particular Batterball Bat has an adrenaline curse on it. The wielder is at point of contact instantaneously attuned and put in a state of constant adrenaline, or in Lemon's case, a constant state of rage. This weapon has a few features. The first being, when it is wielded against another organic being, the damage goes up to 2d12, and they must make a DC 17 strength saving throw or be knocked back. It is a reflectory device. If a spell is cast that targets just the wielder of the Batterball Bat, a wisdom saving throw may be made by the wielder to catch and redirect the spell to a new target.
Very cool. I think, Fern will relay that information as dryly as possible. Lingering a little bit on the adrenaline curse. And, like, looks at the steam. And probably, like, I don't know enough about, like, furbolgs, but if you have veins anywhere, just, like, they're, like, throbbing, like, in your forehead or something, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you need to calm down. Can you not touch the like? I don't know much about curses.
You would know that the attunement is the curse trigger, and that's why the attunement happens instantly.
That makes sense. How do you unattune a weapon?
You separate it from its wielder for 24 hours.
Okay, so we're gonna have to quarantine the paddle. The paddle has to
Oh.
go away into a box, into another box, and into a third box, and away from you for at least 24 hours. If you
Alright.
want like the calmness to return. I don't know, how do you feel?
I would appreciate it because I feel like I have already done much to blow our cover, and I don't. The steaming isn't helping. Pipe of smoke monsters, that's what I was thinking of. And I'm really not that attached to the bats, so.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to bring out for like
Paddle.
like a party trick, but just maybe not really. Yeah. So, Fern flops down on their bed, and like I feel like it's also covered in like books and trinkets, and you just kind of hear like a sound, and like they're totally comfortable. So can I talk to everybody about something really, really important?
Yeah.
Look at my spells. I don't think I can create like a.
Brandon's just hovering close to Lemon, just like very concerned.
So I've told you about just like graduating and like how that's it's cool, right?
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. All I ever wanted was to just be one of the first members in my entire family line. This line has only been around for like 80, 90 years, but there's about like 600 of us, and that's like a rough estimate. So not a single one of us has gone to Caldera Brass for longer than 5 years, and I really thought it'd be cool to graduate as well, but I don't know if that's the path. I don't. The Imperium's fine. I just I really like adventuring.
Don't want to graduate.
There's not. You don't ever just not. You usually just kind of die or you graduate.
What about Lemonfurter? Isn't Lemonfurter part of your family?
Yes. JT, I feel like Lemonfurter probably had like a really interesting exceptionality in terms of like education, but like what did they graduate? Did they like leave?
Yes. Lemonfurter was active in your family during their tenure when you were a kid, during their tenure as a student here. They work in Mountain Home making Warforged. They graduated. That is where Lemonfurter is. That is where obviously Lemon Sour came from.
Yeah, that tracks.
You have not seen them since they graduated.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was the path for me. And then I met all of you. And I think my path is a little bit different. Also, we did something, excuse my use of a pejorative term, but we did something insane. We're leaving it at that, but like, insane. That's the only term in this specific moment that expresses the true sentiment of how I feel, and what will come. And if you all let me keep talking, I will keep rambling. But like, what should I do?
Run away with us.
I mean, like, we already have to like run away anyway because like we did a thing and we gotta get a thing so that we don't get in trouble for doing the thing.
I don't know if you have many options. Sad to say.
I guess I never considered it like I didn't have options until right now. I had some ideas about what my what is it called? What's the name of like my big project?
Great discovery.
I had an idea of what my great discovery was gonna be. I guess it kind of depended on what I thought was gonna be asked of me in the moment, you know. And they pat another pocket and pull out a book of necromancy. I have this. And then they pat a pocket and pull out another book. And this one is the blueprints for something wild.
I believe it's the
Something
machine
of
that
bodies
turns-
and
Yeah,
yeah.
the machine that turns people into gold.
Yeah,
Soul-
like the weird,
Soul-
the weird soul stealing machine.
yeah. So they like wave that and then put it back in. I also had the idea of and they like almost like they kind of pull out their arcane orb a little bit and they're like, this is really cool, and like tuck it back in. And then I also realized, and they gesture to Rald, that's an incredible discovery, is our friend. But I had truly gone into this believing that that was something I could share. And after these past 12 hours, I don't want to share any of it. This belongs to us. And we've worked for this, and I want to keep protecting this. And we're going to walk into my professor's office, and I'm really worried.
So, like, how specific do you have to be?
It's a great discovery, so like it has to be something that has not been discovered in the past few hundred years.
But like, this isn't like the presentation. Like, this is him asking about it, right?
This is kind of my presentation. Like there's an official presentation on graduation day, I think. But like this is like the here's my thesis. And they have to be like, yeah, you're good, keep writing.
Oh. So you can't just be like, I've got something really cool.
Or maybe this is like when you have to defend your thesis. I don't know much about this. It all sounds really
Graduation
scary.
Is the term for when you complete your final project and are ready to pit yourself against the final exam.
Right, there's a final exam.
Mm-hmm.
When you bring this great discovery to Tetch, it will be presented to him, an announcement will be made to the school, and you will be pitted against, and I'd like to be clear, pitted against the final exam.
I've heard that a few times, and my brain's been
Mhm.
like, why am I fighting the final exam? Ah.
It's the snakes. It's a snake fighting portion of your thesis.
The
Um,
great discovery is what will help you in your final exam.
I've never put that together.
Ooh.
Well, I guess technically all three things that I stated are useful and helping, but like Fern doesn't know how to make the machine to turn people into gold. Fern also doesn't have the constitution to reanimate corpses, much less want to be around corpses. And Raold is our perfect, precious baby dragon that must stay protected as much as possible. So like,
Can
guess-
Fern pretend to have created Lemon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, has Virina revealed that she knows that he knows that about
Yes,
Lemon?
I told you.
Okay, sorry, couldn't remember.
I feel like you're an established model ultimately, though, Lemon.
Well,
Fair.
but like everyone has just been like, what's a lemon sour doing here? And like you're supposed to be like there, and like why are you so like
Could the discovery be your like not your lemon journey of self-discovery? Like my discovery is just co-opting your discovery.
I'm pretty okay with that. I feel like I shouldn't be, but I
Yeah.
am.
You're a
I
very
mean
good
like
friend.
I mean like Because like you said you don't want to graduate, yeah? So how long between like when the announcement is and then when you do the final exam?
I think it's right after. I think it's
It's
just
immediate.
Instant.
That's a problem.
This place sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
Uh,
This is a bad school.
Can't you just like present something that's not all that good and then buy yourself some time?
Yeah.
No. If you
feel like-
present, here's the thing about great
Friends
discovery.
yeah.
It as far as you know, it does not matter what you bring to the table. If you don't use it to beat the final exam, that's it.
So
Yeah,
like,
you can use me to slightly above table.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I know artificers can create homunculi.
Mhm.
Are you strong enough to do that? Yeah.
Oh, you know, I've
Like a
actually
level
looked
6
at that.
thing.
So I can do something basic. I think it's just like the something. Ooh, words are real. They just like you carry your stuff. I don't know what they're called.
Like unseen servant stuff.
Yes,
Modrons,
yes.
whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty certain I can do that. It just didn't sound very like interesting because like I don't know, I can carry my own stuff so far.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they do that we can't do. However, I could claim you are a extension of that spell.
We have 20 minutes, probably 15 at this point, where maybe you can mess around with my programming to do something.
Oh, if only I didn't specialize in making weird potions that I always forget to drink.
do you like? Is like the final exam like the better ball where like audience participation so we can at least like help?
I don't
Has
think
Fern
so.
ever attended a final exam?
Depends how much fanfare there would be around this. I feel like maybe there'd be a couple of like
It's a big deal.
yeah, I think maybe just for the maker mages, since that's like they're pretty like hyper focused on their own.
You've never seen anyone participate, but you don't know that it's strictly forbidden.
Interesting. Okay, that might be worth finding out.
You know. Maybe you should just. I mean, your discovery could be after finding me, you would like to study other models, lemon sours, lemonades, etc.
I mean, that's where they want to send me, so.
Seeing if any more reach sentience.
We do have
What?
to Go ahead.
You found a lemon sour model that's bonded with a flying cat.
Yes, but I do worry that my disguise, no, it's my disguise. I don't think it holds up against my professor's perception. There's just something like, you know, we've seen some people see through what I do, and based on what Virina was saying, I think that might be a situation like that.
Would not be
Right.
surprised if you already knew.
It's funny, I just assumed that wouldn't be the case, but here we are.
We do also have to remember that we have a whole other,
Mm-hmm.
task.
I was gonna say, like, if we could like present the thing and then be like, cool, we gotta go get ready, and then we go get the thing. But if it's right after.
JT, do we? Okay, I know these are a lot of these questions. I feel like we're leading towards something. But the dean's office, is that like where students have to go for their final exam? Or no?
Oh,
You're
you are muted.
Of course I am. Your announcement for graduation, your official pitch, does need to occur in front of the dean.
Ooh.
It should happen to your professor first, traditionally.
Okay. We're getting onto something, because this would be a way to guarantee the dean is out of their office, and then it just means that two of y'all need to go do all of this hard stuff and get the book from that space while Lemon and I do an exam.
I'm like
What do we
really
think?
sneaky. I think.
Captain, are you
You
up
think-
for that?
yeah.
Good.
You, it's so weird making a plan without saying too many words, because there's you know, just,
There are no eyes listening to you in here. I should have specified that. Not
Okay.
Scene. But Lemon, you would note that all the eyes are shut.
Yeah. No eyes, baby.
Okay, yeah. How do we feel about this plan?
I mean, it could. Problem would be getting out of the dinner. 'Cause we're expected to be there.
Yes, so I think that's like the beginning. That's where we go. We mingle. I think everybody should get an idea of the room and the location that you are going to. And you've all seen how I use the stairs, right? Because you might have to use those on your own.
Just say like Dean's floor.
Yes. And touch the spot on the wall. We should meet in the ritual room, or what was the room with the ritual circle? It was like the mess room or something.
that was the Great Hall. It's the teleportation circle where graduates and new students are brought.
The Great Hall is where we meet. Come good or bad, that is where we have to go. And that's all of my information. I think I just need to say goodbye to some of my stuff. And for instance, to kind of like pick around the floor and the bed and just like some cupboards and like clothing that was on the floor and in the pockets of the clothing.
Okay. Did we get any information on where the spell is going to be in a vault? Do we know, is it like a magic vault? Do we know anything?
It is in a safe.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you know. That is what Kat told you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Might have an idea, maybe.
I have some thieves' tools. I am sure everybody else might have some.
I actually don't have these tools.
Okay.
Hilariously. No, wait, I do. Never mind. It's just way at the bottom.
I mean, I also have a dragon who can breathe fire and acid.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Oh,
Trying
we're gonna break into a safe. Yeah, they're gonna break into a safe. You and I are surviving a exam,
You and I are
Yes.
whatever that means.
fighting the final exam.
Mm-hmm. This counts as a short rest, right? Because I'm not even getting the spell slots back.
Yeah,
but-
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
You are running out of time though. You are expected at
Yeah.
dinner very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could just maybe have ate something bad and have a stomach ache and can't make it.
Just be mindful that they will have an idea of where you are most of the time.
Oh.
Which is just why I think it would be ideal if you could be with us until we are certain the dean is in our presence.
Okay. Do we know the dean is gonna be there? Do you need
It's
to, like,
pretty
request-
mandatory. Well, I've never attended a graduation without the dean there.
Yep.
It's kind of like a
Cool,
big deal.
Cool. I don't see how this could go wrong.
See
I love it when my
semblance of a
players say
plan.
that.
I love it.
I love it when my players say that.
Hey, it's like,
boy.
this is terrible. Brandon's like, I'm convinced.
Right.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, so Fern will kind of pocket just a bunch of their like, it's just like old trinkets and doodads and little bits and baubles and a bunch of vials and some more journals. Because like, I don't know, she really doesn't think she's gonna make it back into this room again. So this is the time. Collect your stuff.
The four of you settle on an official plan to get the simulacrum spell out of the dean's office and an official plan to graduate Fern. You make for the office of Professor Amari Tetch, head professor of the Maker Mages of Caldera Brass. You knock on the stone, you whisper to the little gremlin in the walls, you walk up the stairs, and you are brought to the quarters of a very disorganized but cottagely man. Amari Tetch has a variety of, I think for the first time since you got here, you're seeing a variety of actual plants in planters, followed by desks upon desks of oil, gears, alchemical ingredients, and then a pristinely cleared off table surrounded by junk and chairs. Amari Tetch lets the four of you in. Welcome. I thought it might be good to have this conversation away from some of the more prying eyes of the school, because I anticipate your final project being something of incredible note, let's say. This is a very special occasion. I have prepared a variety of salads and vegan food options. There are no raisins in Caldera Brass to speak of, so there are no raisins here.
Thank you.
For those
Very
allergic,
considerate.
please have a seat.
Thank you. Your office is very nice. I've definitely stood in here, but I've never eaten here. So thank you for inviting us. So kind.
Oh, yes, the homely extensions come out after hours, but exceptions are made at all times.
I like your plants.
Chair out.
I do. I find the greenhouse is just a little bit lacking in terms of getting more natural alchemical ingredients for the work that I do for some of my classes.
Brandon like looks this way, looks that way. So like, where's the dean?
The dean will not be here. The dean will be attending the final exam upon announcement of the great discovery.
Oh, I thought. Okay, cool. Just like really excited.
So,
Yeah.
welcome. I don't suppose. Do any of you have any questions for this? The food will be ready in due course, and obviously, I would not encourage you to announce your great discovery until after dinner. But
Yeah, that would be a
your mic has
Oh, is it doing weird things again?
un poquito.
Gotta poke things sometimes.
Boop.
Like, what's Tetch's vibe, by the way? Like, you know, like, what's the...
Make an insight check.
Yeah, is he eyeing Lemon funny at all?
Yeah, or like, you know, any of that sort of thing. Do I trust any of these dice? No, I don't. We've established this. Okay, that rolled entirely out of my thing into a nat 1. It's a nat 1 for a 2 total.
Ugh.
I
Just
re-rolled
great
it and it's
insight.
still I re-rolled it and it's still now on.
You don't get a terribly good read on this guy. But I will say this. I do think something occurs specifically to Irina because this is the sort of thing that Irina would be thinking about. Fern mentioned graduating meaning going to Mountain Home. But Amari Tech is not in Mountain Home. And Amari Tech graduated from Caldera Brass, supposedly.
Yeah. And yet,
So your insight does not yield you any information now, but this is there is a little nugget in there for you.
Brandon is watching him to like see if he's like looking at Lemon funny at all, and I got a dirty 20 for that.
Yes, absolutely. Every time Great Discovery gets mentioned, his eyes dart to Lemon.
Okay.
A reroll has been offered to the chat as well, so that is in your pool for the next time that
might be worth
that
it.
one occurs.
I mean, like I said, I re-rolled it and still rolled it out one. Just to see what would happen.
You gotta
Dice are
cleanse your
determined.
dice. Yeah.
The dice are telling a story.
Don't worry. Don't worry, now we
Like-
have suspense.
Put them in with some of your plants and just be like, here, have some life.
Well then. Does can I roll perception to see if I notice that he's eyeing me?
Yeah, absolutely, please.
That's a natty 20 plus 3.
Ooh.
This guy has your number, Lemon Sour.
Yeah.
This gentleman is paying the most attention to you.
Lemon takes off the disguise and hands it over to Fern. It's pretty obvious.
On the back
Well-
of those, has he been looking at Rald at all?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Surprise!
You spoiled the surprise.
Well, it's a good thing Fern hasn't said anything yet because dinner is here.
Oh, good.
A couple humanoid beings that look like they are made of oscillating, vacillating polygons and shapes and glass walk out carrying trays of food. Fern and Fern alone would know that these are living spells.
Cool.
Spells designed by mages and given humanoid form for the sole purpose of operating where a human could operate. And Fern, you would know this, they are most common by the highest order of wizard that can exist. And they are most common on ships that import and export goods to Profideci, which is the closed-bordered island nation off the coast of Nexafel.
Interesting. Okay.
And they bring a variety of foods, and entire feast is laid before you.
Oh wow. Thank you. This is extensive. But so nice. So almost too nice. But thank you.
Nothing too nice for one of the greatest discoveries I've ever seen brought through the doors.
Yeah. They're like really great.
So like, is this gonna be like a very awkward dinner where we're all
I think
silent and
so.
it's just the sound of like
Mhm.
crunching and like plates and forks clacking?
For maybe 5 minutes before he pipes up and goes, I want to address the elephant in the room.
Where?
Where?
First, since I'm still enraged, does anyone want temp HP?
What? We're really.
Oh,
I'm
Why-
good.
8. Who wants 8 temp HP?
I'm
Give
good.
it to Fern for the
Yeah, for
upcoming.
For the final
Yeah,
exam.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Of course. You two. And he points to Virita and Brandon. You two are not students.
Oh, what gave it away?
What?
You
What
fired a
makes you-
gun into a game of magic,
You know, just efficient.
and you, my dear friend with the little wings, your magic is not arcane, and that is okay. But you carry a sort of aura about you. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't fart.
No, primordial magic is a very detectable kind of magic to
Oh.
anyone. I would reckon.
is it? Is it? Is that what I've been? Is that what that is?
I assume you've been sensing the inner energy of your friend here.
Oh.
So I can't think of any reason why anyone who uses primordial magic would want to come here. And you don't do magic. You have a gun.
She can do a little magic.
It's not important.
Fern,
Yeah, no. Don't. That's not the time.
I take it your friends. These are friends you made during your tenure as a courser in Tainan?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I hope this isn't against any of the rules. I mean, I did forge the documents, and I'm so proud of that. I worked really hard.
They were excellent forgeries.
Thank you. But I am so sorry. I wanted them to. I don't have a lot of friends here.
Technically against the rules.
Like, we kind of like
However,
forced them because we were like, no, like, it's been so cool what you've done, and like we were gonna be like so upset if like we didn't get to, you know, like see.
I wanted to keep my friends.
you didn't want to bring them to Mountain Home, did you? You didn't expect that you would be able to?
I thought about it. You can't help me. You can't. I can't help but hope. You know?
Hope that they would go with you.
It was nice not being alone. I don't really want to have to go back to being alone.
Well, as it happens, it is typical for professors to take apprentices. Apprentices who would, in eventuality, take their place as professors of Caldera Brass. Now, I'm sure you're all very aware, mages live for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Archdean Icarprix is almost 500,
Whoa.
and he's a human.
Huh.
Oh.
Now, Fern, an
Yeah.
apprentice of a professor would be able to, say, travel the continent, get experience with the more nuanced parts of arcane magic, including being able to interface with and associate with primordial and divine magic.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
Now, regardless of what other things your friends are here for, if any,
No, just
is
friendship.
none of my business.
Mhm.
If you graduate, would you like to be my apprentice? And if so, are you willing to take on the task of traveling the world and learning what arcane magic truly means?
Are we still like sitting at like there's still like a dinner table?
Yep.
Okay. Little paws start shaking. They have to like put down the fork, and like sit back in her chair.
No, like I knew you were cool, but like even I didn't know you were this cool.
I didn't even know I could dream about a position like this.
It's not the most glamorous teaching here. This is my home and my office.
Are you kidding? This is amazing. I just, what if there was a case of mistaken identity where someone who looked like me committed a crime and they are looking for someone who looks like me? But could I still?
Mages are members of the Imperium.
Is that
Whatever you did, hypothetically,
Yeah. It wasn't me. It was somebody who looked like me.
No, we didn't actually do anything.
They have like a lot of siblings and like relatives, and you know, some people are like not very cool and think that all Harengon look alike.
okay, I appreciate what you're trying to do for your friend, but if there is something coming that my attempt to help your friend here is going to be impacted by, your honesty in this singular moment would be very much appreciated.
Have you like met Fern? Like Fern like wouldn't do like
What do they think that Fern did?
You know,
it's like really not important.
One of you is making this out to be an incredibly heinous crime, and the other one of you
Okay,
is making
look,
this out to be...
Fern borrowed like a library book and like didn't return it.
If that were true, I doubt Fern would be this anxious.
Have you met Fern?
Yeah! Okay, alright, you know what? Whatever it is, I can handle it. You're a member of the Imperium, and if you pass graduation before I find out what it is, you will be my apprentice and will therefore be slapped on the wrist at the worst.
What are
Sure.
the consequences of breaking the law in general?
Don't do that. I'm sure
Yeah.
whatever they think you did, you didn't do,
I didn't.
because you don't seem like a criminal. But if the opportunity arises for you to perform a crime, don't.
Forgery was my best crime. It
That's
won't ever
not
be better
even
than
really
that.
a crime here. You can cut.
What? Is it not?
The school has its flaws, but what you can get away with is perfectly allowed if you can get away with it.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I'd like
What
to
an odd
hammer
school this
home.
is.
I'd like to hammer home the point that you have to be my apprentice before I can protect you from whatever is coming on that boat.
Yeah. So,
As for the rest of you, I cannot protect you from whatever is on that boat, so good luck.
Well,
They
Do
did
anything
nothing. They're
except
fine.
not return a library book. So
Fine.
I think
didn't do anything.
I apologize for my companions. They talk quite a bit.
Just nervous. I mean, confident. Just full of confidence and nervous. Yep.
I'm just a soldier.
You are
I
not.
mean, like, you're
Steamy
not like
fingers.
just a soldier. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm just I like the steam is still
yeah.
Do you want that
Coming
out.
blended for you? Do you want? I can fix that one. That's within my power. I assume you're not supposed to be doing that.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Okay. See,
How-
good. He.
Can I watch?
You can all watch. I'm going to do the math right here on the table.
Yes.
He pulls out a thick leather-bound tome, opens to a page, and begins drawing constellations before doing some very intensive calculations on the other page. You see he's doing the math by hand, as this spell is a little higher grade, and he casts Remove Curse on you, Lemon.
Yay! Yeah, the shining Gundam of it all just pops back down. The steam stops him. His Ava mouth like kind of closes back up. Ah, I feel much better now. Thank you. And I don't know if Warforged necessarily can feel the drop, like once your adrenaline goes. But because this was a curse, I imagine Lemon Sour is feeling that in this moment, being
There was
separated from that magic
there was
as
a
being
sort
an
of-
arcane being themselves.
Sort of sense of like overcharge. You couldn't necessarily feel adrenaline, and the rage that you were building on was built on the concept of being able to overclock your systems and then let off the steam that generated so that you didn't overheat. Coming down from that, it is like you are operating at 100% capacity, but it feels for now it feels like 90%. Until you get used to being back to normal. Well, this has been maybe the most interesting project I've ever come through. Fern, if you would like to please actually announce it, since it seems we are on the clock.
Yeah. Well, Lemon, if you want to stand up with me. So,
Okay.
this is my great discovery. Is a lemon tree version who has discovered self-discovery and sentience, like real, emotional, three-dimensional, full of all the complicated intricacies and like oxymorons, is all entwined, and they're a result of my magic.
Virina and Brandon, I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I just rolled.
Oh boy.
I don't like that.
Is it 18 total?
Okay.
It's a natural 19 for a 22.
Okay. As Fern speaks out their grand discovery, a lemon sour who is aware, there is a great burst of magic from this office, and Amari Tech, Lemon Sour, and Fern are all vanished from this place.
Oh,
Wisdom saving throw was because the two of you did not want to go to the final exam because you have other business to attend to.
Certainly
oh boy.
Whoa.
It's going
Uh,
down.
Fern and Lemon in the morning.
Good.
Nice.
Always place for a community reference. Lemon and Fern, you are whisked away in the most magical of senses as you are dropped very roughly into a sand pit.
Oh, fun.
A rough floored arena stands before you. Amari Tech among the council of professors that sit here, and above them on a throne, suddenly transported with a plate of food, Archdean Icarprix.
What a
Amari
name.
Tech casts a small spell, announces into a booming voice, welcome one and all to the graduation of Fern, who has brought their grand discovery, a self-aware lemon sour soldier. Let the battle begin. And we are going to take a quick break. We will be back
Oh, boy.
in 5 to 10 minutes for Initiative Order of the Century, as we have two very different events that are going to be happening simultaneously.
And yes, you called it Lurking Rider. I'm assuming this is a good cliffhanger time for a break.
It absolutely is. So go ahead, stretch your legs, get a drink, do what you need to do, take a bio break, squeeze your pet real hard, give them a little kiss on their tiny little forehead if you want. We will
I
be
do.
right back.
I do want.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are so excited for this. Allow me to paint the scene before I make you roll dice. You, Fern, and Lemon Sour find yourselves in an arena, a coliseum with a sandy, gravelly floor, and students begin appearing. They are not filing in, they are appearing. This place appears to be some sort of a demi-plane. The sky looks wrong, and the air smells incorrect as well. Amari announces that your graduation is underway for the position of apprentice maker mage. And the other professors sitting at the table wait for him to finish before one speaks up, wearing priest's garb, somewhat, maybe a bit jarringly to people who aren't familiar with Caldera Brass. Father Oliver Ontelico asks you, Fern, using the booming voice spell that Tech used, is there any reason why you should be disallowed from taking your exam right now?
No.
Your discovery of a self-aware soldier. Does this soldier wish to be here?
Yes.
Ontelico puts his hands up, puts the device down. The other professors look to each other, and you see them raise little green paddles all across the board. They all vote to allow you to take the exam today. The Archdean smiles under his beard and raises a little green paddle as well. And Tech picks the device back up and goes, well then, let us welcome in our final exam. The same final exam every student takes when they are ready to graduate. Please demonstrate your education and learning with us by defeating a bone naga. A loud crackling sound of stone sliding against stone echoes across the arena as the side of the Colosseum opens up, and indeed a bone naga slithers out, a skeletal bestial creature. I would like for everyone, including our two not in the arena, to roll initiative.
It is the snake fight portion of your thesis defense.
Mm-hmm.
It is the
Naturally.
big fight portion of your thesis.
Yeah.
Hey, I rolled well for once. I rolled well
Hold
on
on
the
to
save.
your numbers. I will take them after I roll for the Bone Naga and the other participants.
Gilmore
Oh,
is
boy.
very ready to see the bone snack.
Heck yes. Oh.
Rald has entered the game with his bow tie of disguise.
Oh my goodness, it's so perfect.
This lovely person.
I rolled so bad.
Oh no, buddy. This was not the roll to roll bad on.
Yeah, I should have taken a feat that would have helped me with my initiative.
Eh,
Oh well.
It's 4D.
you took the feat that you took
Yeah.
for reasons
Just gonna roll that real quick.
that you may or may
I
not
just
regret
figured
now.
it'd be really convenient to be able to heal myself.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Lurking Rider
let's go
says bad or
ahead.
bad for Lemon, because the latter is still over 15.
Let's go ahead
Bad.
and start with Lemon. What is your terrible, terrible number?
6.
Oh, that is
Ah,
bad.
Yeah.
all right. Fern, what is
Wasn't
your
kidding.
number?
17.
17's pretty good. Virina,
24.
24's pretty good. And then Brandon,
16.
16's pretty good. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Well then, we are going to, just for the moment, smash cut away from the arena and the very terrifying thing, to the Archdean's office's landing. You are confronted by Adore Virina. What do you do?
Didn't think we could get this far. She literally says it out loud. Does the door seem trapped in any way?
Classic captain.
You can make me an investigation check.
Can I also?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, not bad. Rolling actually pretty well. 17.
No, like traditional traps that you can note.
Okay.
It is my investigation. Oh, just a 16. Okay.
Probably not. Alright. Since I assume that the Dean's not in on account of what Fern had told us earlier, I'm going to very gently try to open the door.
It is locked.
Ah, damn it. Alright. Could I try and pick the lock then? There's nothing else I can do.
Go ahead and make me a Thieves' Tools check.
Thieves' Tools check.
You are making this with dexterity.
Brandon,
I don't
with
trust
like, even knowing how these things works, can't help but like, he's like standing at the stairway, like watching for anyone coming, keeping lookout.
Ah! Alright, that's, I rolled a 5. Dexterity is 5, so it's 10. Plus proficiency is 12.
You pick a DC 5 door lock. It unlocks.
That's so weird. I'm gonna like push the door open, and I'm not going to go in. I want to know if there is anything that's in the like. What is the state of the room?
You open the door to the Dean's office. It is very Wizard Tower-esque. You've been in a Wizard's Tower before. There are all sorts of arcane devices and objects littered throughout the room that you can see. The room is bigger on the inside, of course. It is towering almost, as there is a large telescope set into the very far opposite wall, followed by just a variety of containers, boxes, saves, everywhere. It is messy and disorganized. You're not sure if any wizard has ever heard of organization or cleanliness.
If I heard that right, there's multiple safes in this room that are visible.
100%.
Ugh. You know, they can never make this easy, you know? I'm going to carefully step my way into the room. I also have a question. When I cross the threshold, does it feel like, trying to remember what it feels like when I use my, face step. Does it feel like I'm traveling like a great distance, or if I'm like crossing a boundary, like a maybe not a planar boundary, but like some sort of like something like that?
In the most normal way possible, it feels like you're walking through a door.
Okay. Just wanted to know. Well, we're gonna have to figure out. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out which safe it is. We don't have a lot of leads on what safe it is. Oh God.
I don't think. Oh no, I don't do that. Do I? No.
I see. I do assume picking the lock was my action.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Do you move into the room?
Yes, I do.
Okay, excellent. Cool. Go ahead and make me a perception check real quick, and then we will move down the initiative tracker.
Okay. Which of these die do I trust? Okay. That is a 14.
A 14.
Rolling much better tonight.
Roll.
There's nothing in there.
You enter the
I
room.
didn't like that. I didn't like
and
that.
your turn ends. You're going to move down. It is now the Bone Naga's turn. We snap back to the arena. This thing is rolling and chugging along like a train. It comes at you, specifically Fern. It is going to attempt to bite you.
Oh.
For the Bone Naga, that is going to be a 14.
That does not hit.
You just narrowly jump out of the way. With your little rabbity feet, you are able to dodge out of the way of the Bone Naga. Oddly enough, does not get multiple attacks, despite its CR, which is very interesting to me. But that is, at the moment, going to be the Bone Naga's turn. Which is going to bring us down to you, Fern.
Okay. Trying to determine, just because it doesn't seem to say, does it take an action to drink a flask? Oh, here it is. As
It's
an
a-
action, a creature can drink the elixir or administer. Okay, so it is an action.
I know in 2024 they switched drinking potions to bonus actions.
Are we following that?
Well, that's always been true. It's a
Cool.
honestly, it could be an object interaction for all I care. It's a potion.
Okay. This, I think it's like this one is the color of, it looks like a lava lamp. It's red and orange. Fern gives it a quick swirl. The little heart pounding after just dodging the Bone Naga, and like drinks it. And they like cough out some heat. And that will boost my attacks for 1 minute.
Ooh.
Specifically, I have to roll a d4 and add it to my attack roll, and saving throws for the next minute.
Mhm.
Then with my, I'm gonna back up, hop back a little bit, just like regular moving, and so I do have repeating. Oh, I only have one. Okay. Oh, this thing is so scary. What's up?
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna roll for my musket. Will you think?
Oh, okay. So, did the Bone Naga enter into my reach? Because I was
assuming
right
you and
next to
Fern were
Fern.
next to each other, yes, it did.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my reactive strike on it.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Make a melee attack.
Both of you, please roll your attacks. We can resolve this
Okay.
twice.
What? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I got this. Oh my god! Seriously, that's a 2. Sorry, not a 2. That's a 10.
To hit?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
My first shot is
I
an
tried.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, and the second will be another 18 to hit.
Dang.
That will also hit.
So the first one will do 1d12. Let me just roll a d4 by hand. It feels silly to, I don't know, click too many buttons for that. 2, so that's going to be 14 on the first shot.
14 damage.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And 5. 9. 5 plus 4 is 9, and 9 on the second.
9 is also beautiful. Perfect.
And-
You chip away at this thing's bone.
Very anime scene where the dust is still settling from like the first attack of the bone naga, and in the distance you see Lemon kind of like swing, and like it's not even close, you know, there's not even an area of contact, but as the camera pans out and Fern is kind of backing up, they take 2 shots and they're direct hits. I don't know what the sound is like when you hit bone. Maybe it's crunchy, but that's I don't
It's
know,
like
probably
a-
can't even hear it over the audience.
It's like a cracking stone almost.
Mhm.
Crunch.
I feel like a dust flew up and you just see Fern like popping out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very anime. Very anime.
Mhm.
That is going to bring us back into the Archdean's office with Brandon.
Right. So Virina's gone inside, so Brandon's gonna like step up to the door, give it a little look around, be like, see where Fern gets it. And gonna just look and step and try and find a safe that feels good.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
You feel like a Meiji dice. Fucked. My perception's good though. 16.
You enter the room, you begin looking for saves. You see a safe that looks to be, I think to Brandon, probably more arcane than the other saves. It's got writings and stuff in the metal ingrained, constellation formulae built into the safe itself, and it's got one of those dial knob locks, but instead of numbers, it is stars.
Brandon's gonna point that out to Farina and be like, I mean, that one looks like really like magical. Does it have any of the purple metal in the door?
This one does not. No, it is black and
Yeah.
gold.
Okay. Yeah, we'll kind of start heading to that one. I don't know how far I can get
Oh,
before.
yeah, you get to it. It's not horribly far.
40-foot room.
I mean, he said it was bigger on the inside, so I don't know.
It is. This is one of the sooner saves. It's just kind of lumped against the wall, in front of several like way too reflective surfaces for any office like this. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Like I don't think there's much I can do, but like seeing the constellations, and like I'm gonna pull out the book that I have, not the star charts, but the actual like book.
Mm-hmm.
And just see if I can make any sense out of match anything up.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I don't like that one. That's a 4.
Constellation formulae are a mystery to you.
Yeah, so like he like takes a minute and is like, you think that one is... This doesn't make any sense. This magic is weird and stupid. I don't like it.
Anything else for Brandon?
I think just kind of get out of the way, because Virina's the one with the lockpicks. So
All right.
yeah, we'll just kind of look around for anything interesting.
That is going to bring us back into the action with Lemon.
Excellent. So right away, Lemon's going to grab Dark Star from their back and immediately enter rage. This steam just billows from their body. And then they are going to lash out, and where is... Okay, so as soon as I enter rage, first, Fern, you get 11 temporary HP.
Thank you.
Yes. And then, where is it? Here we go. Rage activated. And then Lemon's going to take a swing with Dark Star. And that is, oh my gosh, seriously? I'm not doing so hot. That is 14.
14 does not hit, just barely.
All right, and I use my bonus action to enter rage. So, wait, reckless attack.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That's 18 to
18
hit.
does hit.
Awesome. So, yeah, immediately worried about Fern's safety, Lemon goes into a reckless attack and just takes a heavy swing. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that because I've got graze. Too late. Makes a huge swing to deal first. That is 12 damage. Plus, he's going to activate Gravity Pulse.
Mhm.
So Gravity Pulse just charges out from Dark Star, and so the Bone Naga needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. The Bone Naga rolls a 19.
It passes. Okay. Before I end, actually,
Do you
have
still
Savage
do,
Attacker.
half the extra damage to it.
Oh, okay. So that'd be two damage. Real quick, I'm going to use Savage Attacker to re-roll that original. Nope, never mind. Using the higher roll. Cool.
What's the damage total?
So the damage total was 12. Yeah, 12.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yes, and then does my reaction reset on my turn or at the start of the round?
It resets on your turn.
It was
Okay,
12 damage
cool.
plus 2 from the half damage from that, so it was 14.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
All right, and then that should be my turn. Okay.
Excellent. That is going to bring us back up to Virina. We are back in the Archdean's office.
I'm gonna take another quick look around. I'm not comfortable being here, and I don't understand how this works, and it's very quiet around here. I'm gonna take another look around. Do I see any? Take another look around, and then I'm gonna start to make my way to the safe that Brandon had pointed out. I don't know if this one has a keyhole or anything. Like, it has a dial,
keyhole, unfortunately.
obviously. Oh goodness! Oh goodness! You know, I don't know this magic any better than you do.
Do you think you can get it open?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to try. Could I just like close my eyes and turn this little? It has like a little constellation dial, right?
Mhm.
Could I try to turn the constellation dial and just by like tactile feel of like how the dial goes around, if I could figure out what the combination would be?
Go ahead and make me
Tumblers.
a sleight of hand check.
Okay, which of you little fuckers do I trust? Okay. That is a 14 plus 5 for a 19.
Your eyes are closed, so you
Yes.
don't see what is happening, but you do feel the little clicks of the dial. Brandon, as Virina turns the dial on this, you see when she hits the right star, it lights up on the dial. And
Oh,
she turns it to the next star, and it lights up on the dial. And then she turns it to the third star. And there is a sequence of events that is going to happen.
Oh, God.
The first is that the safe unlocks. There is a burst of purple energy from the safe itself as the illusion of the office shatters. And you are brought to a space where you are standing on a clear floor in the middle of what appears to be actual space.
what'd you do? This is so cool. You're like actual magic.
Wait, I missed this. What happened?
You like did the star, and then like the next star, and the third star went, and purple came out, and then we're here.
Okay, we gotta unpack that later. We're on a clock. I assume that was my action. I don't have anything. Well,
You can open
Do I
the
have anything
safe and look inside.
yeah. I was like, I guess I'll open the safe. I'll just swing the door open.
There is a single scroll tied up with a little red ribbon in there.
Can I stick my hand in?
Yeah, it's a safe. You reach in, you grab the scroll, you look at it. It says right at the top of the page, Simulacrum.
Do I trust that? Like, does that feel legit
Go ahead,
to me
make
at all?
me an Arcana check.
This seems a little too easy. She doesn't trust that. Oh God, that's so bad. Arcana check.
Mhm.
That is a 5 total. Sure.
You were told to get something that said Simulacrum on it.
Well, I think this is it. So, I'm gonna.
So, can you like make the office come back?
I don't know. that is a question. I'll tuck the scroll in one of my bag. I don't know, Brandon.
Like,
Guess that's my turn. Just gonna hang out here because she doesn't trust this floor thing because we can't see it anymore.
You could say it's like a glass floor, basically. It's just more ethereal and difficult to make out, but you do see the vague outlines of the reflection of light in the floor.
She's gonna let Brandon go figure that out. It's a lot.
The safe remains open, and
Yeah.
the last thing that happens as your turn ends
Oh.
and
I don't
this
like that.
person's turn begins.
Oh, no.
Irina, you are going to see a glass knife appear from behind a glass pillar.
Oh God.
Brandon, what's your AC?
17.
A glass dagger plants itself in your back. And hold on, I need dice.
I don't like that.
That's
Where are
like
my
very
dice?
rude.
I need the sharp, pointy one. Where's my caltrop? Okay, seriously, where is it? There it is. You are going to take 17 points of damage as this
Oh.
knife lands in your back,
Oh,
and
jeez.
Cannon
Oh.
teleports to his blade.
Ugh. Ugh.
Remember me?
Oh, hey. It's like good to see you.
This blue cotton candy tiefling, one half of a pair that you left behind, finds you in this office reflection. second. The knife is yanked from your back, and Cannon is going to dip back into the inner workings of this mirror place. They do not roll very well. We are going to finish Cannon's turn. The Bone Naga is going to go. It is quite upset with you, Lemon, and is going to try to take a bite out of you. That is going to be a 19.
That hits.
Excellent. To roll numbers. You are going to take 7 piercing damage and 10 poison damage.
Ooh, I am resistant to poison, so that
So that is halved
gets
to
cut
4.
in half. Heck yeah.
But that is the Bone Naga's entire turn, and that is going to bring us to Fern.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna keep creating distance. And we are going to I can't conceptualize what would be strong against bone. I only have poison or fire. So we're gonna keep shooting. Pew pew. Let's go.
That's crazy, because that's the right answer.
Gun
Gun is good against bone.
Nice. Well, so far so good.
That's how rock, paper, scissors works.
Right.
Bone defeats
Bone,
sand.
gun,
Gun
poison.
defeats
Yep.
bone.
First roll is 23 to hit.
23 super hits.
Yeah. And 18 to hit. I feel like that will.
18 also hits.
Yeah. There's my little D4.
Meow.
This is my musket.
Meow.
11 plus 1. 12 on the first shot.
12 damage on the first shot. Beautiful.
Oh god, that teases me. That's a poopy one. Okay. 8 plus 3. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11!
11 damage on the second shot. How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh, very
Okay.
cool. I mean, Fern is hopping backwards. And in the middle, they land after a hop and crouch, take aim, and shoot. And then they hop again, crouch, take aim, and shoot. And I think there's again this big puff of smoke, and you can't quite see. There's bone shrapnel, the roar of the audience, the scream of the crowd, and as the dust settles, what's left?
Lemon, you bear witness to this Naga getting ready to take yet another chunk out of you. As its skull bores down upon you, there is a crack followed by more shattering. And the dust settles, and you see the remains of a skeleton fading away in the sand here as the crowd loses their marbles.
Nice. Good job, Fern.
Yeah. That was wild. Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel pretty great, honestly. Yep. Just in case, Lemon's going to keep Rage active.
Excellent.
I feel pretty lucky, honestly. We should be careful.
Yeah, we definitely should. Achoo! And they sneeze out some of the red potion that they previously drank. Because I feel like that minute is slowly coming to a close.
We are going
Still got-
to
It's only been 3 rounds?
Oh, I thought it was
2.5.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got tons of time.
Yeah.
That is going to bring us back to Brandon in the mirror office.
So I think the first thing is Brandon is and he's gonna pull the bow and like be like, so do you work here too? And is just gonna try to look and
Go ahead
find
and make a
Cannon.
perception check.
I have to remember where my sheet is. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That beats their they roll, let's see, they rolled an 8. They have a +9 to stealth. That beats their 17. You notice something about this place, Brandon. It is quite literally, it's a mirror office. The reason that Cannon can disappear behind some of the pillars of this place is because they're not glass, they're reflective. They just happen to be reflecting the outside. And you know roughly where Cannon is, and if you move, you can get sights on them.
Yeah, so Brandon is gonna kind of just like gonna say to Virita, like, it's not glass, it's like mirrors. And will kind of step, not to completely have line of sight on Cannon, but to just kind of be very easily in line of sight, and then is just gonna look at Rald and be like, you ready, little guy? And gonna Pikachu, I choose you, have him run down the arm, get big, and then Rald is gonna run up. The scales are gonna flicker. Hold on, sorry, I have to remember which options I have because I only have so many. I think I could do yes. So the scales are gonna flicker and turn this kind of icy blue for a moment before going back to green, and then there is a small dragon standing directly in front of Cannon, and he gonna take a bite.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
That's a 15 plus 3 plus 5, so that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is going to hit.
All right, so 1d6. We're using the dragon dice for this, obviously. Whew! That's a 6 plus 2 for an 8 piercing damage.
Okay. 8 piercing damage. It is. Rald bites into Cannon, and Cannon barks back at you. I don't work here. You and yours stranded me here when you cut my cloak.
Oh. Do you want out?
Yes. I have been watching you through every reflective surface that I could, hoping that you would accidentally find your way here again.
Cool. So do you want to like work together?
I would sooner put your head on a pike.
That's like rude. Because like we want to get out too.
They don't respond. They don't know how to leave.
Womp.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Maybe we could fight or figure out how to get out. I don't know.
Lemon. Or Brandon, is that the
Yes.
is that your turn? Is that all the
Yeah, that was movement, action, bonus action. Bonus action was commanding Reld to chompy chomp.
Lemon. The fight is winding
Yes.
down. Amari Tech appears in the middle of the arena and looks to you and Fern and goes, the Dean would very much like to speak with you now that you have officially graduated. The fanfare won't die down, but the The naming ceremony is perhaps the most important part.
Oh,
Naming ceremony.
okay.
We don't tell students about this part for fear of getting their hopes up.
Can Lemon come with me?
Oh, but yeah, of course. Most of course. Uh, unfortunately, you will not be receiving the same thing that Fern receives because you're not a student, but I'm sure Icaprix will want to meet you all the same.
Okay.
Fern
Are
puts
you
out
ready,
their
Fern?
hand for Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon takes Fern's hand.
Thank you.
Amari begins to lead you guys away. You seem to be staying in this arena plane, and we are going to cut back to Virina.
I think she's just gonna, because she can hear this conversation, she's just gonna kind of like sit down on the safe for a second. Cross her leg a little, cross her leg across her knee, has her pistol up, and she's like, well, if you want to get out, then I guess that we have to get out, and I don't see much of a point in fighting about it.
Do you know how to leave?
I do not. I've just gotten here, honey.
You have 1 minute.
Okay. Well, we got here because we opened the safe. I haven't closed the safe yet. I don't know what that does. I don't expect much, but how do you usually get out of here? Because of your cloak, right? We don't have one of those. Well, I'm gonna try this. I'm going to close the safe real quick because it has to be closed anyway because it'll look suspicious.
You close the safe. As a reaction, Cannon is going to use. Actually, you know what? They're not gonna. Where did it go? Brandon, you take 8 points of piercing damage as a knife lands in your shoulder as Virina closes the safe and you two are warped back to the office.
Oh.
And
Ow.
Cannon uses their ability to recall to their dagger.
Oh, sick.
And appears in front of you and pulls the knife out.
Will you stop stabbing me in the back? I don't even want to fight.
Well, it's solved.
Opportunities abound.
I'm just gonna unconcerned spin the dial. All right, we're all good now. Yes, we're all back wherever the planes are, I guess. I don't know. May we leave?
What happened to my sister?
I don't know.
We had to get out of there. People were trying to kill us for something we didn't do.
We ran. As far as I know, she's okay.
Killed the king, and now you are.
We didn't kill the king. It was the magic guy.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Actually good at this, so don't fuck me, dice. Dice fucked me. It's a 4.
Oh my gosh!
Well, it's 8 total. 4 on the dice. 8 total.
Yeah.
Oh.
They look at you with a look that is more concern for your own sanity than anything else.
Oh, come on. You had to see. He's super shady. Oh, that's right. There's still a reroll.
You could spend a
Don't
reroll.
fuck me, dice. Don't fuck
Oh
me, dice.
yes.
Don't fuck me, dice. Okay. 21. Natural 17.
Scratch everything I just said. They look at you with a look of Not concern for your sanity, but concern for your conviction.
Look,
The Admiral Chancellor would never do that.
do I look like someone who could, like, kill a king? How would we have even done it?
Poison, you roll with a highwayman.
Oh. You really think poison's my style? Would highwaymen use poison?
I think criminals will do whatever they need to do to get what they want.
Also, like, I thought she was a cop at the time.
I'm still sitting on this safe like it's the wildest chair right now.
So, like... Are we still in initiative?
We are.
Initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna just cure wounds real freaking quick because ow. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Here's the thing. If I were to get somebody to vouch for me, then would that change your mind?
Who could vouch for you that would be worthy of that?
I don't know. I feel like the Inquisitor has some doubts about the series of events.
You
Might
could
be a good
prove
place
it.
to start. Well, I can't prove anything because if I could prove anything, would I be here?
I don't know what you're doing here.
I suggest that you,
We go straight to the Inquisitor.
yes, at least you. I have
Good.
business elsewhere.
Let's go.
Right now.
We could go now, or I could take you now.
Could you like bring us back because we have like a friend who's like really important and we can't like leave them, you know. But being here is really bad because there's like a really strong magic guy who's gonna come back and be mad that we're in his office.
The Archdeacon.
Yes.
Yeah. Are y'all like friends?
He doesn't know you're in here.
No.
Is that a problem?
Cannon looks to a mirror. You watch him jump up, vanish, and you are alone in the office.
Worth a try. Varen is finally gonna get up on her feet. Very
go.
unconcerned. After you.
And come on, Rald, and have Rald get small and hop back on the shoulder.
We move back to Amari leading you guys, you and Fern and Lemon, down a very long and way more well-decorated corridor than the rest of Caldera Brass. The stone here is perfectly sealed. It is white. There is a red carpet beneath your feet.
Wow.
It is dry.
Whoa. Like the air and the walls?
The air and the walls. Amari is whistling a very joyous little tune as you guys enter into a ritual room. White stone walls climb the ceiling, and the Archdeacon is standing in front of a portent, a little bowl with silvery liquid in it, smiling happily at you, Fern, as you enter. Ah, Fern. First of your line to graduate from our esteemed academy, I take.
Yeah, I mean, Lemonfurter is like
And
my...
let me have a look at your long-lost cousin. He turns to Lemonfurter, and this man is
Lemonfurter
short
reveal?
and haunched. Big white beard, just sort of hobbles over with a knobbly cane, walks up to you, Lemon Sour, and sort of puts a hand up to your face. You do bear the mark, don't you? Incredible.
Like, create what mark are we talking about?
Every artificer at Mountain Home has a very distinct touch with the way they carve the heads of their soldiers.
Mhm.
You are certainly his, aren't you?
That's a way of putting it. I don't like the tone of your voice.
I apologize. I don't mean to offend. This is a naming ceremony, after
Sure.
all.
What is a naming ceremony?
Yes.
We're gonna find out.
Excellent. Right. So, we are members of an empire. Our work is important. And the work that you are going to perform, traveling with the group that you are traveling with, is as important as ever. We have divined your future, and we have seen it play out. Now, nothing is
What?
set in stone. Time
Oh.
itself is sand, as you recall. The naming ceremony is thus. You will reach your hand into the portent, and you will name your focus. From there, you will pull it from the pond, and you will be named an official Maker Mage of the Empire.
Buddy.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Fern gives Lemon's hand a squeeze and then lets go and reaches towards. Oh. My computer didn't want to keep up. There we go.
Nope, you're there.
It reaches forward.
You make contact with the silvery liquid, and you are mentally shunted back to the day that you left for Caldera Brass. Why don't you tell us what that day was like and how Fern felt in that moment?
The Fern of this time was naive, unburdened by regicide. It was a simpler time, you know? Her only fears were just the exam was finding a great discovery, you know? And it was just studying. And she had her whole world ahead of them. The idea of finally getting out to explore, it was this feeling of like warm anticipation, you know, despite the cold walls that make up Caldera Brass.
The sentiment echoes through your head that your future, your path, your dreams, and what you wanted when you set foot outside of Caldera Brass for the first time since attending is what makes the mage. Every mage joins Caldera Brass, this horrible, intense training and education to see their will impact the world in a way that they desire. Not always for good, but in your case, as good as it can get. Because it has turned into the 3 friends you now carry with you, and impacting your will for them. What focus does Fern pull from the portent? And what does it look like?
Okay, so like maybe help me out. Of course my brain wants to be like, well, it's the arc, like the orb. But like, do I have options? Like I can just pick
Whatever you think is the best object to be Fern's arcane focus
A lemon.
is what you will pull out of this.
hear me out. I think I can have the best of all the worlds that I want. So Lemon, you said that there is a tree in your center that like grows.
Yes. Yes.
Do you think there'd be like
Apologies for Baxter. He's
so enthusiastic?
grumpy.
Just
Yeah.
cheering me on.
He's
He's
very
happy to
into
be
this.
included.
Thank you, Baxter. I don't want to call it a branch because like it's probably not branch size. But like, can I have like a stick, a branch?
I honestly think it could be very interesting if you just took the whole thing and like it turns into a wooden staff or something with
That's
little plants growing and stuff. I mean, that would really. I think that would be interesting.
But then where's your heart gonna be? Where's like what
With
goes
you.
in there?
Here, that's adorable. Here is what happens.
Ooh,
Your hand-
or sorry, real quick.
No, go ahead.
Since Lemon has said a few times, "You are my roots" when activating like rage in the world tree and stuff, it could be a root from the tree. That, yeah, okay, I'm done.
Lemon, you feel the tree in your center creak and groan as it grows. The magic of this place calls to it in a way that is not something that you have felt since you saw the world tree itself. And Fern, you pull your hand out of the portent and it is empty. But at Lemon's side, reaching towards you, is a staff of the root of the world tree that grows within them. And Ictrix is smiling ear to ear.
Whoa. Is this I didn't pull it from your thing, but like whoa. It smells like a lemon.
It's like the staff of bird calls, but instead of chirping, it releases lemony scents.
Yes, so citrusy.
The staff of air
Ictrix
freshening.
nods and goes, sometimes the foci, the foci are not pulled directly from the portent, but the magic of the portent itself is all the same within the focus. Wield this with the pride that you have earned your place in Tainem as an apprentice of Caldera Brass.
Thank you. It's been an honor. A terrific and terrifying honor.
It is, isn't it?
Does Lemon feel any sort of way right now? Like,
I
Do-
think
do
that's
they
up
feel
to
like
you
a-
most of all.
oh, okay. Yeah, I think to they feel like a piece was taken, but something else was left behind, like part of Fern.
I'll say that's actually twofold. You feel a warmth that is undefined in your core systems from Fern, and I think from just the fact that you have these two other friends that love and support, and you feel the sense of a wish fulfilled. As you were as helpful as you could be to Fern in this moment. And there is just that little leftover bit of that space that you were in, followed by a laugh. The Archdean chuckles at his own joke about it being an honor, and says, "I'm going to go take a nap now." And
Oh yeah, I would love to interrupt the Archdean. Archdean, I just would really like to take a few more seconds of your time. This is like a really big deal. And maybe since I'm gonna become an apprentice, this might be an okay time to just a few questions. But like, what made you want to do what you do? You've lived such a long life. Not to like 500 years is impressive. I'm not calling you old. I just how do you do it?
You should be calling me old. I am.
What keeps you going?
Lots and lots of arcane magic. Why I started is the same reason anyone starts. A thirst for knowledge that is unanswered by the other magics of this world.
Do you feel like you've learned as much as you could with the time that you've been given?
Nobody on this planet or the next is ever going to learn as much as they could.
I mean, at least we can keep trying, right?
He nods. Again, ancient man, so
Yeah.
knobbly and old, smiles again and goes, "If there are no more questions."
I think like Fern absolutely wants to try, but like just stutters and panics for a little bit too long.
What are your personal thoughts about this discovery? Or really, what bits of wisdom can you impart on Fern?
There is no one whose thoughts on this discovery matter more than yours.
Oh, it's a lot of pressure. Can you humor me?
It's a lot of pressure to be human.
I'm not human.
Not in a traditional sense, no. Then again, who is?
Define human for me.
I'll not be
It's
doing
just
that.
really
I'm
trying
going
to
nap
kill
time now.
Oh,
Good luck.
okay. Are you sure you don't want coffee? Okay, bye.
He hobbles off, and Amari Tech pulls out a small piece of chalk and draws on the wall of this place, and you see a door shape appear where he draws, and then a door appears where he drew. And he opens it back into Caldera Brass, into the Great Hall.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm still not done being nervous. Come on, Lemon. Let's go.
Okay.
You exit out into the Great Hall, and I will say, assuming Virina and Brandon have left the office at this point, given the urgency of the situation, you run into walking out of a door that is standing in the middle of the room and should not be there is Fern and Lemon.
Walking as casually as possible. Maybe like pretending at being a little bemused at how there's like nobody else around. Oh! I'm wondering where you all went.
Oh, hey. There's you
Hey.
two are here. Good. Hi.
Brandon's
Brandon.
bleeding down his back.
You look terrible, Brandon.
Oh no, I'm fine.
This is a very dangerous school.
Yeah.
A lot happens.
And I do not appreciate that.
Rald got a snack.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
Lemon's gonna take Brandon's hand. Like, let's get you healed up.
Deniker pricks.
Are we like looks at Fern? Are we like resting here? Are we going? Rald would really like to know.
Can we leave? I feel like we technically.
Amari
Rald.
Tech is right there, and he looks to you for it. He's like, "Do you want to go somewhere?" You are more than free to. You have, like I said, your one and only task as my apprentice is to go out and experience the world.
Do I get like a stamp or like a paper, like a certificate?
Your arcane focus is your identification.
You know, perfect. Yeah, I think my friends and I probably would like to sleep in fresh air. Not near the storms. They're not as soothing when you come back to them. You know.
Okay. Do you have any particular spot in mind? I can send you almost anywhere.
Hold on. Scrolling up through notes to remember
We
the
were
town.
supposed to meet the boat people, Captain something or other,
Yeah.
back somewhere, and like we were gonna like go to. I don't even remember.
They were
I'm
going to
scrolling-
drop you off on the coast of Tainem, just outside of the capital, where Kat was going to meet you, set you up with a caravan, and take his payment.
Okay. And were we originally going to be able to get there through the ritual circle? Was that like what our
The
plan was?
original plan was a little wishy-washy.
Yeah.
The captain and the boat can pick you up. They will arrive before the news boat does again. But if you happen upon the coast before then, there will be a spot for you, or someone waiting for you there.
But like, there was also that really cool cook that we promised like magical plants to. I don't say that out loud.
But that's true. Yeah. Okay. So I guess the coast. Wouldn't mind some salt water on the old fur.
Okay, sure. He begins to walk around the teleportation circle, spins a couple dials on it, and gestures for the four of you to stand in the middle.
Thank you again, Professor. Just know that if you hear anything, I didn't do it.
Don't forget any more library books. And he pulls out his arcane focus, which is a wand of blackened wood, and he whips it out, does a small gesture with it, and the circle lights up, and you are all shot through space, and in a deeply horrible way.
Yeah.
The two points between Caldera Brass and the coast are bent over at an angle, poked a hole through, and you are shot through that hole. And you are all very violently shunted into the sand of the beach of Tainem.
Brandon 100% eats it, is face down, mouthful of sand, the little wings just going. Rald sitting on his back, just.
We did it. We did it. We did it. I can't believe I graduated.
That was very stressful. I'm very proud of you, Fern.
I don't know why nothing about the school can be done nicely.
I feel like it wouldn't be school then.
I
need
mean,
a
I
nap.
didn't like school, but I really didn't like your school.
I think I'm
Sports
understanding
were fun.
people's opinions. Sports were scary.
We'll do a better sport. Brandon just puts up their hands for help up. Yes. Just ate it.
Okay.
Ugh.
There's a familiar voice a little up the shore. You look up to see Kat standing there, hands at his side. I take it you had a very successful endeavor if you're landing here on the beach rather violently.
Do you normally just like hang out on beaches?
I do when I'm waiting for a payment for a job. And that job has the drop location.
So you've just been like standing here since we left?
No, I got the caravan together. I hunted. I spent some time outside the city.
Well, sure, Virina will get up, spend an overly dramatically long time dusting off all of the sand and everything. We did get
Classic.
a paper. We did get a paper with the word simulacrum at the top as requested. She'll pull it out of her bag. She'll like walk halfway toward him and hold it out.
He closes the distance. He takes the scroll, unfurls it, and looks at it. This is exactly what I wanted.
Good, because I like got stabbed in the back twice for it.
That is very interesting.
Well,
That's what
our
Weld
end.
says.
That's our end of the deal.
Yes, it is. The caravan is about a mile up that away. They will take you through the mountain pass to Nevermora.
Wonderful.
Okay.
What you do from there is not my problem.
Well, I guess we can find out when we get there. I'm just happy to be outside, like in real non-forever cyclone thunderstorm air.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's a miracle you ever thought that school was good.
You know, I loved it. And I think there's a syndrome for that. I can't remember what it's called.
Are the two of you okay? Like, how was the try? Like,
I was awesome. Lemon
Yeah.
was also really cool, but it was like a
I
bone
didn't
snake.
do that much. Yeah.
You were the focus, and it kept the monster off of me, so I was able to take care. The teamwork was.
I need to hear all about it.
excellent.
I need like step by step.
Absolutely. Let's make a little seat
think-
in the stand.
I think Captain would be proud of both of us.
Cat. Oh, okay, Byron, you have to listen to this as well. Come on, let's get comfy, everybody. Let's sit down. You're welcome too,
Oh.
as well, Cat.
I have to tell you all about Cannon.
Cannon, the tiefling.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Weren't they stuck in like
Oh, we went there, and he stabbed me in the back, and that's when we got out.
That's why you were bleeding.
Uh-huh.
Wait, so
we should
Cannon is
fix
not
that.
stuck? Where
No,
was-
he
where were
like
they
he
stuck?
followed me out
They're out there somewhere.
looking for their sister.
What happened to their sister?
They're dead.
I
right?
don't remember.
We don't
No,
know.
you
I don't think we know that.
you left Cavril behind. Cavril was
We don't know.
Okay,
We have no
okay.
idea.
Yeah.
She was breathing last we saw. We don't know what happened past that.
Apparently he's been like watching us through mirrors, so that's like not at all creepy.
Oh, wow, I pick my nose in a lot of mirrors. Huh.
That's really. I don't need mirrors. So any reflective object, do my eyes count?
Like, Brandon, like Gilmore,
It
the
defines
tail.
a
The
mirror.
tail goes up and like starts looking directly in the eyes.
Mm.
Can you see me?
I mean,
Hello?
they're not there, and you said they've escaped, right?
Well, but then like when we were here, he like looked in a mirror and then like
Huh.
but like I think he's like coming around to our side because I'm like really convincing and stuff.
You were stabbed twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rald also got a bite of him.
Oh, good. That is good. Oh, that was the snack.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Do you have any
I
good
love the
berries?
cats
You
just
should
standing
really
here
stop
watching
that bleeding.
Oh, I mean, I could do some more. I'm good. I did some.
Well, on to our next adventure then.
I think I have a ritual heal, but we might be chilling for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
So nice.
guys settle down for the evening, and you chat you catch up on everything that has occurred. You have a direction to a place that is not out to get you, allegedly.
Yet.
Cat brings in some food, a variety of plant and killed animal, and cooks up a fire at the caravan uh, the night before you guys leave.
The cat, can you like do us a favor? We like made a promise to get like these like plants to like the boat people, but like we
I'll
didn't
have
take
them
the
delivered.
boat. Thank you.
The night goes on. You make merry. You revel. The four of you are going to level up,
Yes.
first and foremost. We are going to pan away from
Second
the
best
campfire
news.
to the castle in Gorasin.
Uh-oh.
The Admiral Chancellor Lucian, the Archmage of this place,
Uh-oh.
is in his lair, his wizard's tower, talking into a cauldron of inky black boiling liquid. We are still hunting the monsters who killed our good king. Your work is underway. It is very good to see you again, and it is very good to know that they were at that wretched school at all. Well, I do reckon that that report would have made some difference to you. Now, if you don't mind, I have a bit of a trek to make. Send your lackey out after the 9 lives. The cauldron bubbles and then goes clear. Lucian walks out into a long hallway, follows it down to the throne room, sits down on the throne and whistles, and a pink cotton candy tiefling is very quick to bounce out. Cavril, the mountain pass. She nods and happily skips out of the throne room, and that is where we are going to leave this episode of Weirdwilds War. Thank you all so much for joining us. In just a moment, I'm going to give the chance to go around, reintroduce themselves, and plug anything they would like to plug. We are, as always, going to start with Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kay Purcell. I work in video games by day, do TTRPG stuff every chance I get. Saw me in chat. Find me every Tuesday at Chaotic Wholesome on Twitch and Blue Sky, which is where we do a table talk show talking all things TTRPGs from indies to intersectionality. That is the only thing I have going next week outside of recordings that I can't talk about. But the following week, find me over on Sterling Garden for find me over at, wow, I can verb. Find me over at Metalike Productions, where we're doing a Sterling Garden, which is a Star Wars 5e campaign. It's getting really spicy. And there's going to be some really cool bonus stuff coming out because we've done a lot of RP that will be released as like an audio drama style thing between sessions. So you can find out what all went down before Bella lost her connection to the Force. And then right back here for Weirdwilds War. There's more stuff coming out, but I can't talk about it yet. So thank you all. You're awesome. And also, if we think about Conrad Cartwright, does he appear?
thinking about it.
I had the same thought too. Has to be
Yeah.
close.
Do,
Has to be
do,
close.
do you?
I think at one point it's like, how do you think Cartwright's gonna get off that island?
Yeah, the same way I get off every island.
Oh god.
Hello.
Oh, welcome!
I am
Hey.
so glad to not be missing this caravan with all of you. I was able to catch the last wormhole out, as it were.
Wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, but of course.
Uh,
You all have such interesting trajectories.
Go where the wind takes me.
That is.
And now I'm done.
Thank you so much, Kay. That is going to bring us over to Mika.
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm a producer director over at Roll D5, ROLE D5. And you can catch me in lots of other places too. Upcoming on Monday, I do believe, is a new episode of Hench, which is an Icons AP on RP Jesters. So you can find that wherever you find podcasts. I think this will be the halfway point for the miniseries. Then on April 1st, you can catch me on the Tabletop Arts Fund doing a charity stream that will be, the game will be run by Meadow. And then on Wednesday the 2nd will be episode 3 of Guy Fieri's Bisexuals over on Help Action Needed. Then the next day, I'll be right back at Help Action Needed, playing part 2 of our Zelda game, where I am just the sweetest little bomb slinging Korok. The end. It's a busy week.
Thank you so much, Mika. That is going to bring us down and around to Gina.
Hi, that's me. I am on the extreme opposite of things. But first of all, you can find me on Blue Sky at Gina Fan, like Gina, like Jonathan, but Gina at the front. That is where I do things, except I currently am doing only this. You can find me here every other week as usual. Maybe something else will happen. I don't know. Follow me on Blue Sky to hear my Moby Dick opera opinions tomorrow, I guess. This is all I got going on.
Thank you
Nice.
so much, Gina. That is going to bring us, last but not least, over to B.
Hey, I have been B Zelda. You can also find me on all socials as B Zelda. I am definitely doing stuff, but like right now, if you just want to go on Steam and wishlist Pico and Cappy Castaway, we're working on a new game, Cappy Castaway, with a little capybara and a crow that have faced the flood and have to figure out what to do. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie, literally the movie Flow. It is really, really cool. I said the word flow earlier, I meant to say flood. But the movie Flow itself, amazing. Recommend it. And yeah, follow me. And sometimes I talk about what I'm doing. Sometimes I just share memes.
And as always, I am JT. You can find me all over the internet at WeebG. You can also find me all over the internet at Entropy Emporium, because this is technically my channel. We have a lot of really cool stuff going on. Every other Tuesday, including next Tuesday, you can find They Call Us Villains, a Masks horror actual play run by JD from over at LFTA. Every other Thursday, including last night and 2 Thursdays from yesterday, you can find God Complex, our Girl by Moonlight actual play that is Neon Genesis Evangelion piloting dead gods type stuff. Every other Friday, including tonight, you've seen it, you know it, you love it. Weirdwilds War, heading into a new era, a new adventure for our good friends here. That is, as always, every other Friday. And then we don't have anything else going on at the moment. We have a couple events in the works, but we do also have an actual play coming up that I'm very excited about because it's got a lot of production stuff going on. It is called Star Shard. It is going to be a shonen-themed actual play, and the set design and production value and music and art and promotional material that is almost ready is all going to be so cool, and I cannot wait to post some promos. The poster is almost done, and then we will do cast announcements, and we'll be live. We'll be live with one of the most well-designed shows I've ever done. I'm so excited for it. So stick around for that. Other than that, tonight we are going to, I think, raid over to. Sorry, hold on. We're going to raid over to Trooper SJP, who's streaming tabletop RPGs tonight. So stick around and show them some love. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We will see you all in a couple weeks.